Hands up, palms together or apart, hold and breathe. Shoulders are open and relaxed. Just stay poised and breathe. Same deal, our right hand's coming down this time. Right in line with the right knee or the right foot. Remember, you can drop that knee if you want. Left hand's shooting straight up. Not just lazily dropping the head. Keep it active as well. Exhale, hand down, left foot back. Complete exhale when you lower. Inhale to a back bend. Exhale to down dog. Pause here for a few breaths. Warrior two. Inhale, right foot forward, drop the left heel. Bring yourself up. Right toes are ahead, knee over ankle, press on the left foot, lock the left knee as always. Center yourself. You can look over the right fingertips. Hold here for a few breaths. Into arching reverse warrior, right hand up, left hand down and back. Some of you want to loop your hand or bring your left hand back around to the right hip crease over here. Say hi to that little hand down there. Otherwise, just send it down the left leg. Still focused on breathing. Chest expands, chest contracts. Exhale, hands down, right foot back, lower. Exhale completes. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. Right into the other side. Inhale, left foot forward, drop the right heel. Warrior two, Virabhadrasana B on the other side. Hold and breathe. Into arching reverse on the other side. Remember, this right hand can go back and around or just down. Up to you. If it feels good on your shoulder, go ahead and slide it back and around. You're never practicing in something that you feel like you're forcing. It should feel good to stretch, remember? One long exhale, hands down. Left foot back, lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. Exhale, bend your knees, look at your hands. Inhale, step to your hands. So once you get to the top of your mat, keep your feet parallel, about 2 fist width distance apart. Reach for your toes, get your fingertips down there by your feet. Knees are bent. Knees are bent. And you're just working the hamstrings a little bit. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straight. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten them to where you're comfortable. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then just inhale, straighten them. Hold for a few breaths. Maybe this is it, but you're active. Maybe you can straighten. Maybe you fold, slide the hands underneath the feet, and really release. Point is, wherever you find yourself, hold and breathe deep. After a few breaths there, bend your knees again. Bring your left hand over to the outside of the right foot. Some people hook like this. Some people it's just fingertips over. Sweep your right hand up. You can keep a bend in this left knee if you need to. Slowly straighten the right leg. So you're getting some opening in this twist and also into the IT band. You hold there for a few breaths. If it's tight, you know where there's some tension at. Breathe it out. Release. Take a breath. Switch over to the other side. Knees are bent. Hand comes over. Maybe it hooks underneath. Maybe it's just fingertips. Slowly take the hand up. Slowly straighten the leg. Keep breathing. See, I still got this right knee bent. You don't have to straighten it. Release. Take a breath at center. And then bend your knees, step back, lower down. All the way to the belly. Into Sphinx. Palms out in front, elbows underneath shoulders, And allow your lower back to really just relax here. Some of you will lift your elbows. If that feels like too much, stay here. If that still feels like too much, here. You also have all those different places, where you can go to get what you need. I've seen some variations where they inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And you can feel that kind of through the side of your body. Just be mindful with it. Again, don't force. And when you're ready, push up and back to child pose. Really sink into it for several breaths. Now inhale up on hands and knees, curl the toes, lift the hips back and up to down dog. Take a few breaths here, and then when you're ready, bend your knees, inhale, walk, step, or hop the feet around the hands, and find a squat malasana. Remember, if you've got blankets and things to access at your house, if you need to, you bring your heels underneath. Maybe you just sit like this. Maybe that's where you're at right now. Don't force. Find a place, take a few breaths. It's great for the hips. And then when you're ready, release back mindfully. You can find boat Navasana. It's like an easy boat, a little more, a little more, a little more, a whole lot. Find where you're good, hold, take a few breaths, then squeeze. Set it up again. Hold and breathe. Squeeze. And find it again. So remember, this is a lot. You're going to feel some shaking. You're engaging the right muscles. You're becoming strong. Squeeze. And then find Baddha Konasana, butterfly. Take a few breaths here. Remember, these are 20, 25-minute routines. Anyone can do them. There's 3 different levels here we're doing. And you can combine any ones you want. Maybe you want to combine 1 as your warm-up, then do 2, and that'll be a wrap. Maybe you want to do 1 and then 3, the last one that'll show you to do. Maybe you just want to do 1. Maybe you just want to do 2. Maybe you just want to do 3. I don't know. You'll figure that out. You can release that. Lie back. Squeeze those knees back into the chest. Put the feet back to the mat. Lift your hips to bridge. Hold your hips up. Now you can take your hands by your side. Sometimes you hold on to the ankles. Some of you will do that. I'm not feeling your lower back. I feel all through the front of my body. My tailbone's tucked and pushing away from me. My head and neck is loose. I'm not jamming any of that up. I'm feeling this through here. And a little bit in the chest. But mostly the quads, hip flexors, psoas through here. And this stuff gets tight. It needs to be loosened up. And then lower. And then you can move into your reclined pigeon like we did in the last one. It's always a little hip opener. Reason why I show this one is because anybody can do this one. Anybody can. The laying down face forward one, some people have knee issues. If you know the laying face forward pigeon, feel free to do that one. But just spend, 5 to 10 breaths on each side. Again, same deal as like in the first video. Everybody knows that one. And then after you're done with that, squeeze your knees into your chest. And then let your knees go over to the right. And take a twist again. Maybe this is, the practice you're going to do is this number 2. Or maybe you move on to 3. And again, these are all practices that anyone can do. If you just listen to your own mind, your own body, you'll be able to do all of them. It's not hard. It's just, what are you in a mood for? What do you need today? Again, maybe you feel you have lots of anxiety and you need to do something that really gets that negative energy out of you more. I mean, sometimes I need to ride my bike further, or walk longer, or take a jog, or lift some weights, because I can feel kind of like an overload of anxiousness or frustration, you know? Mostly lately, frustration. Squeeze knees in the chest again. And then same deal. Maybe you relax with your legs up the wall for a little bit. Maybe you move into that block and give it a little bit something more. I'm not going to get much into inversions while I do these videos. I just don't feel it's necessary, you know? You've got to practice at your place, and you'll know when you're ready to do Shirshasana headstand, or Salamba Sarvangasana shoulder stand, or handstands, or any of that stuff. You have to be very mindful and careful, and you have to know when you're ready for that. I've seen people fall through walls doing that stuff when they're not ready. You want to, you know, you need to be ready and know yourself. Know thyself, right? After you're done with that, for a few minutes, relaxing with the legs up the wall, or maybe you're doing your shoulder stand practice. That's left up to you. Same deal. Again, make sure to take your corpse pose, your Savasana. Make sure to relax for a few minutes. And, you know, let go of the breathing in the practice. Okay, friends, we'll do the last one here in a moment. Namaste is always an honor and a privilege to be part of the practice. You know, it's going to help us all. All right, see you soon.